If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 191 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. At the end of yesterday's episode, I showed you a number of players that were in my shortlist that I was thinking about dropping a cheeky bid in for. Like I mentioned yesterday as well, though, this video is being recorded ahead of time so that I can at least get some I needed to get footage for tonight's episode, so I haven't confirmed any transfers to this point. I am still going on your feedback in the comment section of the previous episode and on the comment section of tonight's episode as well. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, then of course feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We are looking at quite a few different players here, a couple of which, in fact 4 of which I believe, are at Bayern Munich. And we've got Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who we've just looked at there. We've got Morgan Schneidlin, who is also at Bayern Munich. We've got Bastian Schweinsteiger, who is also at Bayern Munich. And I think I've mistakenly, in my brain, thought that Toni Kroos is at Bayern Munich as well, wherein obviously he's not. He's at Real Madrid. But we're putting in bids for everybody. I'm trying to include Stefano Gabbiadini in all of the bids as well, because if I can get, nobody appears to want to buy him in a straight cash for him deal at all. We've tried for 2 years to move him on now, it's just not happening. So if I can get him used in one of these deals and get him out the door as well, then that would be preferable. You can see we're offering for Ilkay Gundogan here as well. There's a real variety of different midfield players that we're looking at here. We've got some that are solid defensive guys like Kevin Strootman. We've got the guys that are kind of all-round guys like perhaps Aaron Ramsey and Jack Wilshere. And then you've got guys that are perhaps more attacking-minded like Toni Kroos, etc. Now, some of them are on the cheaper side of things. Like you see, Ramsey there is valued at 16 million. Wilshere is about the same. Verratti and Gundogan, though, and Toni Kroos as well, are upwards of 25, even upwards of 30 million, as you can see in the case of Marco Verratti here. So we are going to have to be careful how we spend the money that is being used elsewhere between now and the decision for a central midfielder, because of course we are currently in the market for the left back Jetro Willems. He's moved from PSV to Hoffenheim in this save, so we're trying to pick him up from Hoffenheim and use Wendell, our Brazilian left back, as make weight as well, plus quite a substantial amount of money for Willems. We're also having a look at what's his name, Daniel Amate from Borussia Dortmund. He's a centre-back that can play at CDM as well. In actual fact, I'm not sure what his best position is. I don't know whether he's better at CDM or whether he's better at centre-back. So actually, I'm going to need your guys' feedback on that as well, whether you could let me know where it would be best to play Daniel Amate, whether I should put him at, because I don't think he's that tall. I don't know whether I should play him at centre-back or whether I should play him at CDM. So from your guys' experience with him, where would be the best place to play him? I know Chani really enjoyed using him, and I may actually have to, I don't know, actually, MZH really enjoyed using him as well, so I may actually have to hop on Skype and ask those guys where they played him as well, so I can get a large amount or a large range of opinions for that particular player. But I'm also going to need your large range of opinions in the chat, in the comment section. I say the chat, I've just finished streaming, apologies if I say chat, not comments. If in the comment section of today's video, I'm not going to do a straw poll. I've done too many straw polls over the past couple of weeks, and some people seem to get really, really pissy when I don't, like a robot, go with the clear-cut choice at the top of a straw poll. I do have my slight favourites of these group of players at the minute, and I will let you know those a little bit later on in the episode. But for now, we're just trying to get as many offers accepted as we possibly can. A couple of teams aren't interested in Gabbiadini, so Gabbiadini is valued at 2.3 million. So what I'm doing is taking, of the ones that aren't accepting the ones for Gabbiadini, I'm taking him out and then adding 3 million to the overall transfer fee. There are a couple though, like this one for Toni Kroos, where they're willing to take Gabbiadini going the other way. Now of course, Gabbiadini has over 100 grand a week wages on him because we used him to try and transfer some of last year's remaining budget over to this year. So I would really like to use Gabbiadini in one of the deals if I possibly can. But a couple like Morgan Schneidlin there, and there are, I think, Aaron Ramsey as well. They weren't keen on Gabbiadini. But we are bringing in Daniel Amate, as you can see, for £5.5 million, plus Hector Bellerin, who's going the other way, the right back. Hasn't really done much for us here this series, unfortunately. Bellerin was decent when we were on our way up through the leagues and obviously at the lower level of the BPL, but he 68 rated, he just cannot cut it at the higher levels, unfortunately. We are having a lot of contracts being sent out, though, to players here, as you can see. Still trying to work out a deal for a couple as well. Unfortunately, it wasn't Ramsey, clearly, that they accepted the offer for Gabbiadini for, because clearly they've just rejected it. But like I say, I'm taking Gabbiadini out of the ones that they don't want him and adding 3 million into the cash value. We are, though, bringing in Jetro Willems from Hoffenheim for £11 million plus Wendell, the left back. So that is a big deal for an 80 rated left back, and he will take that first team spot ahead of Baraki. So that leaves us, after the £5.5 million deal for Daniel Amate and £11 million gone from Jetro Willems, that leaves us around about 30 million to spend, with about 190 grand, I think, 195,000 left in the wage budget. So we know exactly what we've got to spend on a midfielder now. So I think, actually, we might be out of luck when it comes to Marco Verratti. I'm not entirely too sure whether we'll be able to get an offer accepted for him, because obviously he's valued at 31, so we'll be pushing our luck to see if they'll accept one of those. But as you can see, Bayern Munich are accepting offers left, right and centre for all of the different players that we're going in for them. We're still trying to work out a deal with Tony Cruz on a contract side of things to see if we can add him to the list for you guys to vote on or have your say on in the comment section down below. Schweinsteiger, it appears to be the case that he just doesn't want to leave Bayern, which is fair enough. We're all very surprised that he left Bayern in the first place in real life. So to expect him to come in FIFA is a bit unrealistic, so to speak, or at least when they coded the FIFA 15 engine, nobody expected Schweinsteiger to leave Bayern. So, you know, nobody expects him to leave in FIFA either. We did have a surprising offer accepted for Marco Verratti of, I think it was 30 million plus Stefano Gabbiadini. So we may be able to bring Verratti in if he is the one of the more popular choices for you. Offering Morgan Schneidlin a contract, though, offering me a little bit more, I think, in the end than what he's already on. I can't quite remember, actually. I've offered so many contracts in today's episode, I genuinely cannot remember who I've offered what. But we're going to jump into the one and only game of today's episode. I did plan on playing 2 games today, but as you can see, we're already 7 minutes in, and we haven't even got to the game yet. There was only a week's worth of footage from all of those dealings. That was like 5 days worth of actual footage. So hopefully we'll be able to work out a deal for at least someone, and then you guys can have something to have your say on in the comment section. Like I say, we'll get to that at the end of the episode. But we do have a game, and the game after this that was supposed to be in today's episode as well is the European Super Cup, and I'm not sure. I'm tempted to do that as a live com, but I'm not sure whether I will or not. I think I might, considering we are pushed for time now to finish this season between now and the beginning of FIFA 16. I may just try and use that as, you know, one of 2 games for the next episode. I think we've got Bayern Munich in the Super Cup and then Arsenal, and then it's transfer deadline day. So I'm going to try perhaps to squeeze all of that into one episode, as well as the squad report as well, because obviously that will be Monday's video. So Monday's video tomorrow might be actually quite long, but today's, well, is long enough as it is, as you can tell. But plenty of transfer action. Though Kishna turns the side here, lovely run, brilliant header by Georgiev as well, comes over the shoulder of the defender, heads the ball into the back of the net. We take a 1-0 lead after 35 minutes. Very pleased with that turn and run from Kishna as well, though. Scoops the ball up. There's the Bulgarian to score the goal to give us a 1-0 lead. Couldn't have asked for a better start from Kishna on the left-hand side. Starting a few of my, not necessarily first team players in this one, although they're definitely good enough to do the job. Players like 82 rated Paul Downing and Kishna as well out on that right hand side, and Arias at right back, just to make sure that we've at least got some first team players that are definitely going to be 100% fit for the game against Bayern Munich. But Saido Berahino is starting up top alongside Georgiev here rather than Yusuf Paulsen. Lovely ball to Kishna from the man in the midfield. He's going to square it across, but Georgiev can't quite get the ball into the back of the net. The attentions of the defender enough to put him off being able to turn the ball into the back of the net. So deeper into this second half we go. We're on the hour mark now when Georgiev gets completely wiped out from behind, and that is going to be a straight red card for Guediora. Or is it Guediora? I think that's how you pronounce it, isn't it? Edlian Guediora. Used to be at Wolves, if you remember, from the Barclays Premier League a few years ago. I think he may have gone to Wigan. I'm probably completely wrong with that. He did go somewhere else after Wolves, and I cannot remember for the life of me where it was. I do apologise. I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments section. But James Ward-Prowse goes on another nice little jinky run here. Scored a very good goal against Everton yesterday by going on a nice run like that, and then obviously following up with the header. But I made a couple of changes, bringing on Daniel Amate and Pione Sisto. Sisto going on at right mid, and Amate coming on at centre back, which is where I think his strongest position is. But like I say, he's not very tall, so it may actually not be his best position. He's very, very quick there, and I wasn't used to it. As you saw there, I was out to the defender so quick. By the time I reacted to make the tackle, I was already past the defender. So it's going to take a bit of getting used to the fact that Amate is that fast to close people down. Hopefully it won't take me too long to become adjusted, because that could cause me a few issues. But we're still 1-0 up here. Coming down the left-hand side with Kishnet again, trying to find ourselves a second goal. This time, rather than squaring it, I decided to go solo. But again, Roberto, the goalkeeper, with a very, very good save to keep me out. And there's only 5 minutes left now when Palace are coming forward down the right-hand side. Barry Bannon cuts inside Daniel Amate, who kept pulling out from centre-back. He just kept being drawn out into that CDM position. So perhaps he should be better at CDM. I really don't know. I don't know. The way he plays, like he says he's centre-back on his card, on his profile, but he plays like a centre-mid. But unfortunately, we conceded a goal that we've seen all too many times on career mode this year, where a ball is dinked over the top, the keeper comes, can't get there, commits to it, dinked on with a header, goal scored. So unfortunately, we drew that game 1-1 with Palace. We are here, though, getting an offer in for Tievi Wolongwa. We are wanting to move him on now that we've brought Amate in. So if I can get 2 million for him from Norwich, I'll be very pleased. He's also on about 50 grand a week, so that will definitely help our wage budget situation as well. He is going to go to Norwich for £2 million. You can see all of the contract offer stuff going on in the background. Wanted to make sure that we got the money in from Wolongwa so I could offer a couple of players bigger wages, because Tony Cruz actually wanted 210 grand a week. But I skipped out even more contract renewal talk or contract talks here, just to make sure that we could have all of the people that have accepted, and this is the situation. My personal favourite is at the top there. Tony Cruz is my favourite of those 6. He's probably my favourite. Other than that, I'm not sure who I'd prefer. Strootman, Schneiderlin, Højbjerg, Wilshere, Ramsey. Højbjerg is younger, so might perhaps grow. Tony Cruz is the highest rated and obviously the best player out of those few as well, and you would say the most standout marquee signing would be Tony Cruz. He's 88 rated, and we know that he can be good enough at 88 rated, whereas Julian von Hart wasn't good enough at 88 rated. But I will take your suggestions in the comment section into account as well, but know for a fact that Tony Cruz is my favourite of those 6. I just want to see what you think as well. But for now, that's going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether that be this series, the My Player series, the Barcelona series, or the Golden Oldies Squad Challenge series. But that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.